Hello, welcome to Nine's Wide World of Sports and the highlights of this vital in the third over. It's just a single on the board, and Richard Hadley's the man coming into bowl to English opener Ian Botham. Your commentators are Bill Laurie and Keith Stackpole.
Oh, he's gone for the big straight hit off the back foot. That's probably the way Ian Botham should play. He's a natural hitter of the ball. Gary Tripp's the fieldsman, and 3 runs to Botham. Cairns. Great shot. Found the gap just outside the line of the off stump. Races into the cover boundary for 4 runs. The over, no wicket for 8. Botham on strike to Hadley. Set well. Beats Troop at mid-on. On chase for John Wright. Through for 3. Now scamper back to the 4. All run.
And New Zealand right on top here. Botham take a strike. And a lot of striking at the pad. Morning, Fred Truman.
Morning, Richie. Morning, everyone. The ball just moving around a little bit, and Ian Botham not quite able to lay the butt on it as he'd like to.
Cairns has Tavares tied up. He's on 3. Just attacking middle leg stump.
That's an unusual stroke from Chris Tavares. Normally he's sitting straight. It may be that he got that one away with the swing from Lance Cairns.
Martin Snip.
The bounders.
I did pick up 4 for that. Just a little bit of annoyance there from Snedden. I think that Botham got the previous ball away in the air without being caught. Dropped that one in very short.
Yes, he went for the pull shot. If anything, he was a bit early, actually. Didn't possibly bounce as high as he thought as well, but I'm afraid in one-day cricket, runs from any shot, it doesn't matter. That's his 3rd boundary in 20, and I know that Ian Botham wouldn't consider that a good shot himself.
I think that one's okay. First bounce into the crowd. Now Snedden has a problem. Now 10 off the last 3 balls.
It's more like Ian Botham picking that up, timing it well. First bounce into the crowd. Good shot that, in fact. 10 runs have come off the last 3 deliveries. 2-4-4.
And that's a better one still. Straight into the crowd. That's a good example of how short the boundaries are. 6 to Botham, 16 off the over from Martin Snedden, and England none for 37.
Over the top. I don't think it'll go. I think the ball has got this outfield seems a bit slow, but we ought to be looking for 4. I know Tavares will be, and in fact he's going for 4, Tavares, and Ian Botham's going to have to move, but there's a fumble there. Ian Botham's certainly slow between the wickets at the side of Tavares. Tavares lapping him, really.
Ewan Chatfield. Yeah, short boundary and way into the crowd. 50 comes up for England, and Botham has transformed this game in just a few overs. At one point he'd made just 14 from 31 deliveries faced, and now he's made 47 from 42 deliveries faced.
Yes, he picked that one up quite nicely. And that's gone a few rows back.
4 for that. Straight into the fence. 50 up for Botham. And he's picked the gap on the offside. He made his own gap, in fact, by hitting it beautifully away down the ground. Wouldn't have mattered if there was a man out there, as he smashed that away over mid-off for 6. That was a glorious hit.
I think he went outside the leg stump to pick it up, Richard, too. It's a beautiful shot. Struck with great power. And also timed at the same time. Beautiful. That's his third 6. That's his fourth 6. No need to worry about that. That's right back into the crowd. That is a colossal 6. He really picked that one up.
They've got to change their tactics, New Zealand. They're giving both them room to hit the ball on the up here. He's making his own strokes as well, but they've got to start spearing the ball in straight at the block hole. It's got to be Yorker, 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 because not even both of them can smash a Yorker over the fence. He might be able to clip it away on the onside, he might be able to force it on the off, but he certainly can't hit it over the top. And they've just got to decide to keep the ball right up on that batting crease. The end of Ian Botham. It was a good innings, 65 out of 75 made, and in only the 16th over, Botham has been dismissed. And that's given England the chance now to go along to a total of 240, 250.
Off the off stump, round over square leg with that short boundary, looking for another 6, but that's been a great innings from Ian Botham. It's 1 for 75.
1 for 86. Tavare on strike, on 16. Chatfield the bowler.
And he's going to be out. He's gone. A man down there. So Tavare opening his shoulders, hitting the ball over the top, and the New Zealanders anticipating that because they'd got right perfectly placed down at square leg. And so Tavare departs, having been caught down on the boundary. And this is how it happened.
And what an ironic twist of fate, because that was probably the hardest hit that Tavare's made all day. He's very strong on the leg side, and he took that off his pads, hit it hard, high and handsome, but straight into the hands of the deep square leg fieldsman. So Chris Tavare goes, and England are 2 for 86.
Alan Lamb, the new batsman, he has a strike rate of 80.54, which is pretty good, and he's out there because Tavare lofted this one down the ground to square leg. And Wright was well placed there, made no mistake whatsoever. Oh, nice shot. He's very strong outside the off stump there, and that one wasn't that wide, and also bounced just a little bit, but Lamb was still good enough to place that square of the wicket down to the boundary for 4.
New Zealand very well disciplined in the field.
It's in the air, and he's dropped him. Well, that was a difficult one. It was hit back very firmly, and Chatfield stuck his left hand out there, trying to get a grip of this one, but didn't.
This could be a costly miss for New Zealand. Lamb stopping his shot. It wasn't all that difficult a chance. In fact, there could have been a possibility that had Chatfield not stuck out a hand there, it might even have gone to mid-off, although the deflection took it eventually to mid-off, so probably it might have gone a little bit too straight for mid-off, unless he'd moved very quickly to his right.
It's going to be Troop from the river end. Lamb has struck the ball pretty well since he came to the crease. Places that one nicely, and Martin Snedden has to make a diving save, and in the end, the dive is in vain as he knocks it back into the boundary.
Prepares to bowl a new over to David Gower.
Good lofted shot there by David Gower. Nicely timed shot from David Gower, lofting that away to the backward square leg boundary. Gower once again going over square leg, this time in front of square leg. And a very good shot from David Gower, making use of the short boundaries here at the Adelaide Oval.
And certainly assessing that leg side field that employed by Jeff Houth, just the one man out, and he's down there very fine. So anything that gets over that inside field, particularly directly in front of square leg, usually finds that boundary fence. Just a short boundary out there.
Gary Troop at deep third man. And Alan Lamb very quickly coming back for the second, but not quick enough. He's been adjudged run out by umpire Dick French. A very good return from Gary Troop.
Well, Alan Lamb, I'm sure, when he set off after that shot, only had it in mind to go for single, but a good return from Gary Troop and a good quick take by Warren Lees. He got it down to the stumps, dislodged the bails, and an excellent decision there by the umpire at square leg, Dick French. End of a good little innings from Alan Lamb, not quite enough, but England 3 for 121. Here's Gary Troop. It's in the air, but safe. Going to be too pleased about that. Randall's away. First time he's been able to break loose, and Gary Troop is the sufferer. He's now had 36 taken from this, his 6th over, his 7th over. And Randall, for the first time, is able to do what Tony Greig was suggesting. Take boundaries as well as give David Gower the strike.
Yes, that is a good shot. There's a man back at square leg. For the one played square of the wicket, he didn't. He played it straight.
I don't think Jeff Howe is going to be very pleased about this at all. And in fact, Howarth is making strides to get across to Troop to have a word with him. Great shot.
Yes, that was a beautiful shot. It's a short boundary down there, and it's 4. 19 runs coming from that over. Randall moving back to play the shot through the offside and hitting it for 4. 3 for 163.
Martin Snedden has to come back. He's come back and play in place of Richard Hadley. David Gower. 4 runs there, straight through where the first or second slip would have been. To Derek Randall.
It's in the air, but it beats cover. Fine shot, Derek Randall. Racing away towards the boundary. 4 fours to Derek Randall, who's in good touch. And England playing very well for him.
Chatfield to Gower.
Oh, fine shot. What an over for England. Beautifully placed. He makes it look so easy. It's not easy to dance down the wicket and hit a medium pace or overcover him on the up. Hit that a fraction square and hit it with tremendous power.
Snedden to Randall.
That's out. Straight to right at short cover. He took a red-hot catch. That was really going. That's a breakthrough that New Zealand needed to slow the run rate. England 4 for 204.
And Randall here giving himself some room. He's outside the leg stump with his feet. And he hit that ball in the middle, but John Wright hung on to it beautifully, and that was a wicket that New Zealand desperately needed to stem this flow of runs, and that's England 204 for the loss of 4 wickets.
Cairns to Gower.
Oh, what a beautiful shot from David Gower, straight down the field. The outfield's a little bit slow. They're looking certainly for 3. But it's come through to the boundary. That's another boundary for David Gower. That's his 11th. It's 4 for 218.
Snedden bowls and Trevor Chesty's taking strike.
Beats it on. In the air. A scamper through. They look for 4 run. Chesty fresh to the crease. Charging through, and David Gower, fine judge of a run, comes back easily for the 4th run.
Gary Troop to David Gower.
Cuts it away. What a good knock. 1 to Gower and his century. It's been a superb innings. He's timed the ball beautifully. He's hit the ball into the gaps and over the top. And what a knock for England.
Applause from David Gower's England teammates in the dressing room. The 3rd century that David Gower has helped himself to from the New Zealand attack in these Benson and Hedges World Series Cup matches, the 4th century of the competition. All of them have been scored by Englishmen against New Zealand.
12 fours in that knock. And now Jesty clips that one away. Could be out. He's gone. No drop. He's dropped in. My goodness, Martin Snedden down there. All he had to do was stand and catch it. It was straight down his throat. How he dropped that, Peter, I'll never know.
Martin Snedden is regarded as such a fine catcher of the ball in the outfield. Remember the catch he took in Melbourne last Saturday to get rid of, what was it, Greg Chappell? There was one straight down his throat, and he grasped it. But perhaps that effort of Snedden's just indicative of the way things have gone for New Zealand today. Apart from Hadley and to a lesser extent Cairns, they haven't bowled very well. And now they're dropping catches.
Yeah, right down the ground. This will be 6. It's a big hit. Beautiful side shot. That's Gower's first 6, played way over the top of the mid-wicket boundary. And a little pat on the back for him there from Trevor Jesty. He's hit that. It's high. It's going down towards the boundary. This should be out. It is. Jeremy Coney down there at deep square leg, making no mistake on that occasion. That was hit miles in the air. Gower going for a big 6 down towards square leg. Never quite middled it. And it was well taken.
It was indeed. It went very high. Troop angled the ball into Gower. Gower helped it on its way. Coney down on the boundary there, just misjudging it slightly, having to go to his right, but eventually making good his ground, taking the catch. And so very tired David Gower goes out 5 for 270.
Troop to Jesty.
And that's smashed away down the ground towards deep mid-wicket. 1 bounce, 2 bounces into the fence. So 4 more to Jesty.
Jesty really has been a breath of fresh air in this England side. He's not afraid to throw the bat at anything that goes down the leg side, and on this occasion he really middles it and sends it 1, 2, 3 bounces into the fence for 4. 3 balls remain. 282 on the board for England. Jesty has 39 of those runs. Can they score another 8 runs in the remaining deliveries?
Well, that's 6. That's a big 6. Over the top at square leg. There's a man down there, but he would have needed to have been 35 foot tall if he was going to make any impression on that one. Middled away down to square leg, so 6 to Trevor Jesty. And now England are just 1 run short of the best ever score in the Benson and Hedges World Series Cup,
with 2 deliveries remaining. And I think there's no doubt as to what Jesty will do for these 2 balls. He's got on to 45. He could easily get his 50. Just 2 more balls remaining. Can he get to his half century?
I doubt it. He's going to get 1, and so the last ball will be faced by Gould, and so that equals the highest score in the Benson Hedges World Series Cup. I should think they'll be scampering for another one, and so England will probably take that record off Australia. Australia, in fact, scored the record score of 289 against New Zealand in Sydney in the 80-81 season. And this is the last ball of the innings, an innings which has featured some magnificent stroke play. Gower and both of them in particular, and latterly Jesty. No ball called, so they'll have to bowl another one, and that's the record.
I was just thinking then that Ian Gould came in to face 1 ball. It was to be his first and last delivery of the game. And now he gets off the mark, and yet another ball to be bowled. And the record now gone.
And Trevor Jesty, too, has another opportunity to see if he can get himself a 50. He's got 46, so a 4 will do. 290 the score, 5 wickets down. The last ball of the innings. He smashed it, and it'll be 6. That's Jesty's 50. Over the top of deep square leg. Jesty undefeated on 52. What a useful quick-fire innings that was. And so England now have finished their innings. It's 5 for 296. A very, very big score. And
very, very difficult target set for New Zealand. They're 297 runs, and the rate is only fractionally below 6 per over. And I doubt very much if any side could fail to defend that number of runs. It would be an extraordinary match if that was shown to be so. We pick up play now in the second over. 2 runs on the board. Robin Jackman is the bowler coming in to Glenn Turner, and your commentators Ian Chappell and Keith Stackpole.
Good shot from Turner. Just beating Jesty. It went in the air, but it was very well timed. One in the air, but safely away to the boundary. So a good over there for New Zealand. None for 13. Turner going over the top and doing it very successfully. Didn't try and hit that one too hard, just timed it. Made sure that he cleared the infield. And a good boundary from Glenn Turner.
Robin Jackman again. Figures of none for 17 from 2 overs. Been very expensive.
Once again short. And Glenn Turner in good position for that. Tucking away a square cut. Willis has had 2 overs for just 2 runs. Oh, and there he's got him. And Turner backing away, and once again, Willis, by keeping that ball up and at the stumps, has had success over Glenn Turner. That'll please him no end.
Badly played by Glenn Turner. It just a matter of Bob Willis pitching it there, and the in-swing just doing the rest. Well bowled. There was no panic about Bob Willis. He just continued to bowl at the stumps and knew the inevitable would happen. So Glenn Turner, so a big blow for New Zealand. Out for a quick 23, New Zealand 1 for 26.
And Jeff Howarth comes to the wicket with a big job ahead of him.
He's gone, played on. Not in form, Jeffrey Howarth. And New Zealand are now in trouble. 2 down. 33 on the board, and we're into the 10th over.
And once again, the drive gets Howarth into trouble. The ball moving away a long way outside the off stump. Howarth chasing it, trying to score runs with that favourite drive of his. Gets an inside edge, drags it from a long way outside the off stump onto his stumps. And the second wicket has fallen with 33 runs on the board.
Wright has made only 11 in 12 overs. We're into the 13th now. And Jesty is to bowl right arm medium pace. It could well be a wide. And it'll be several wide because, well, if it doesn't go for 4, they may well run 5 if they've got the energy in this 35-degree temperature. A wide signal there by umpire Dick French.
Gets under it. There's a man down there. It's Marks. He's under it. And he drops it. Well, he never really got right into position. He caught it low. He took his eye off the ball, and that was really a sitter. Marks not making his ground, catching it below his eye level. Just he dropped it in short. Wright picked it up straight down his throat, but he balked and didn't come forward. Below the eye level, and Cardinal sin in the outfield, and it's 2 for 53.
Eddie Hemmings, in the meantime, he's organising his field.
This time he sweeps in the air. It's Lamb. He won't drop it. Oh, he does. Dear, oh dear. What's happening, Fred Ferdinand?
Nothing to do with me, Bill. I'm just watching. It was you putting the evil eye on him. You said he won't drop it. I don't think he even got a touch, so you're right, he didn't drop it. But this was to somebody like Alan Lamb. You're quite right, Bill. He's such a good catcher of the ball. But he looked to me as though he never laid a finger on it.
After 19 overs, New Zealand 2 for 74, and Eddie Hemmings, an attacking off spinner, gives that one some room, and that's a good shot. John Wright made some room for himself there and cracked it through the covers.
Jesty.
That swung fine. It's 4 runs. It was only yesterday that the Australian manager, John Edwards, was concerned about Hogg and Hooks playing in today's match.
Off spinner Hemmings coming in to bowl to Crow.
Beautiful striker of the ball. And rather than saying that, Jeff Crow, I should say, struck Hemmings over the top of mid-on for a nicely timed boundary.
Eddie Hemmings to right.
Whoops, chance here. He hits the stumps. He hits them. And he's gone, is he? He's home. No, he's out. The umpire didn't even give a decision there. As Wright walks from the ground.
And this was a mix-up. Didn't know whether to go or not. Then they both stopped, and then eventually they went. And if Eddie Hemmings hit the stumps, he was certainly out. It turned out a bit of luck that for England, because he should have waited until David Gower got behind those stumps for a certain run out. But that is an unfortunate end. That inning is 3 for 96.
Justy comes in now and bowls to Jeff Crow.
And that's a good shot too by Crow this time at 6. A very nice elegant shot played over the square leg boundary there. That one pitched around about leg stump and nicely dispatched away.
Hemmings to Cairns.
Let's hit away over the top. That'll be 6, yes. No, it wasn't. It actually hit the top of the fence there, I think. In any event, it was signalled 4, so it didn't clear the fence. There he goes again, and that's a big 6. He's hit that right in the meat of the bat, and that's gone, 12 rows back. 6 to square leg there by Cairns, and if he keeps doing that, Willis might have to have second thoughts about spin just while he's there. He's hit that one straight down the ground, and that's going to bounce. No, it didn't. It hit the fence. Well, that's a very long boundary down there, and I think it might tell us all that not only has he got a good bat, he's also strong.
And I think that probably, Tony, is the longest boundary in any cricket field in the world, that one, Nelly. And hit it on the full and came back. Saved Marks the chin. Saved him going down, picking it up.
Big appeal there for LBW, a pretty confident one to Hemmings, was almost down on his knees, and as the appeal was going on, everyone was watching the umpire. The ball popped away on the leg side, and they were able to take a single. It's down the ground, and it might be out. Hemmings is going to catch this. No, he's not. The England fielding has been atrocious. They have now dropped 3 catches in the deep, all of which should have been comfortably taken. But if he manages to face 150 balls, I feel sure that he'll be up there amongst the leaders, if not the leader. That's 6. That's a mighty 6. And that might even hit the Benson Hedges International Player of the Year. Far down. No, it's just missed it. It was a big 6, though. So 16 runs coming off this over from Justy. And that also brings up the 150. 3 for 154.
To Crow.
That's a good shot. Played over the top there and down towards the square leg boundary again. So the New Zealand is going pretty well at the moment.
Both of them has had a few problems. Injury, bowling at a reduced pace to Jeff Crow, who scored his 50 off just 64 balls and in 81 minutes.
And a very valuable knock it was, although Crow was dropped when he was 7, sweeping Hemmings to the square leg, where he was put down by Alan Lamb. A stifled appeal for LBW of that last ball. A little bit of bat on it, I felt.
And that one's up in the air. Bob Willis getting under it, and he's taken the catch. England have had their problems taking outfield catches, but on that occasion, Bob Willis very safe, and Jeff Crow is out for exactly 50.
So at long last, a catch is taken. 3 catches dropped by Marks, Hemmings and Lamb. And big Bob Willis here making no mistake about that, taking a high overhead mark as Crow departs, having tried to turn that ball on the leg side, probably got a leading edge. So he's out, 4 for 166.
Botham to Lance Cairns.
Cairns once again lofting away on the onside. This time it's David Gower underneath it, and he accepts the chance. And New Zealand losing 2 wickets in quick succession as England hit back.
After a partnership of 70 between Crow and Cairns,
We see both batsmen dismissed in a very short space of time, and the significant part about this is that it's one of England's best fieldsmen out there at deep mid-wicket, David Gower, put there for that special Lance Cairns shot. So many runs of Lance Cairns has come from that shot. He's out now, and the total 5 for 166. At the moment, Hadley has 6 runs to his credit.
The answer there from Botham, and I don't think that the fieldsman at square leg picked that one up at all. It's Eddie Hemmings. The ball went in the air. Richard Hadley gives himself a bit of room there, smashes that one away through the offside.
The run rate required at the moment is 8.15, so that's pretty high.
That's a good hit. Still going. What a magnificent blow that was. Hadley is playing this very well at the moment. Jackman to Hadley.
Shout, but they're through for a single. Wait for the umpire's decision. There was bat onto pad. Extra run to Richard Hadley.
Bob Willis is the bowler now. Richard Hadley taking strike.
Oh, that's shout for caught behind. It's called a wide, and boy, the crowd goes mad. That's the first one that's been called. There's been 4 or 5 bounces bowled today, and umpire French rightly calling that a wide in the vital stage of the match. Good decision.
Good, courageous decision, Bill. There's been several deliveries gone down that leg side, but this stage of the game, a real critical call. That, not only the 1 run, but the fact that New Zealand get an extra ball to score from. Every ball to them at this stage is vital.
Look at the strain on Hadley's face there. Will was straining for that extra yard of pace. Oh, and he's got him away, and that's 4. Or is it? It's Randall diving at it. It's 4, yes, and that's a vital one. Randall desperate there at deep point. Threw himself. Courageous effort. The English fans are stunned, as we all are, by this onslaught by New Zealand. Deep breath also, why not? And it's up in the air, it's Tavares, he has a look, he throws the head up, he's not looking all that good, but he's getting there. He doesn't get there. Not enough desperation, Chris Tavares. Bob Willis drops his head and they scamper through for 3 runs. Can you believe this? The lion being tamed. The outfielding's been ordinary, to say the least.
16 runs from this over, Bill, and that was a catch that should have at least gone to hand. Chris Tavares searching for it, looking for it in the air, and then actually pulling out of it at the end. It wasn't a desperate enough cricket we saw from Derek Randall in the previous ball. He really went after it, but Tavares was prepared to look at it, just getting away from it at the end.
I can't believe that an England team made up of professional cricketers have wilted under so much pressure. These people play cricket day in, day out for 6 months of the year, for 12 months of the year when they're on tour, and they're wilting under this pressure.
It's in the air, there's a man out there, this is a catch, it could be taken. Yes! Departs and still a notch for 79. 287 for 6. The English supporters come alive. Bob Willis is unmoved. That's a catch under pressure. It was straight down his throat, but at least he took it.
You notice there that Richard Hadley didn't give that the full flourish. He was perhaps looking to just chip it, but the boundaries square it to Adelaide are a bit short, and the catch went straight down the throat. And applause for Richard Hadley as he goes back towards the pavilion area. The new batsman will be Warren Lees.
Howarth, Turner, probably frightened to move, glued to their seats. Don't move, chaps. That's what they're saying at 6 for 288. Coney on 39. Lee's yet to score. The field in now. Bob Willis marshalling his troops for the last onslaught. 3 on the offside inside the circle. 3 on the onside. The third man a deep fine leg. Deflection's the name of the game for Jeremy Coney. Got it away, it's a good hit. Over the infield, it's Hemmings giving chase. It's 2 runs. The tension's absolutely unbelievable. I think the crowd are stunned. The side chasing 296. The best ever performance by Australia. Are two records going to be broken in the one day?
Bob Willis inducing Jeremy Coney into playing that shot then. He's got 3 men in on both sides of the wicket. Trying to cut the single. Big Bob knows now that singles are the answer. New Zealand can just push away. On the offside, try and pick up those singles. He's trying to restrict them, trying to induce them to go to the hit, the big hit, which may lead to their downfall.
Good shot, that's found the gap. Racing out towards the boundary. Look at Trevor Jesty, he's giving his all coming around. They're through for 2, they come back for 3. That puts Warren Lees on strike. 290. 3 for 6. New Zealand supporters, they can't believe it. I'm sure Jeffrey Howarth can also. He's frightened to move. He's got his head down. Turner's got a smirk on his face, a nervous one. One of the all-time great victories this will be.
Warren Lees just inquiring from the umpire. The balls are there. Bob Willis is charging in. Warren Lees just taking block. Big Bob, he's lost his cool. He's entranced in coming in, trying to restrict the runs. Warren Lees was asking the umpire for block. Wasn't facing up. Now he's taken it. He'll have a look round. Just take his time. 4 runs for New Zealand. Victory. 10 balls remaining. 4 wickets in hand. England to win and have to bowl them out.
Bob Willis. Fleet Street sitting on his shoulder as he steams in. They go for 1. It's Warren Lees charging down a misfield by Lamb. The New Zealanders go mad. Bob Willis bows his head. England are on their knees, and what a victory this will be. What a performance.
Straight down to mid-off. Alan Lamb looked as though he had a chance for a run out. Just took his eyes off it. Got a bit of a bad bounce there. One that kicked on him.
Tremendous team performance to date. 3 runs, 8 deliveries, 4 wickets in hand. Englishman charging in. They've got the 2-8. That's a good hit. That'll be it. Down the ground. They're through for 1. Cabaret chasing. 2, 3, 4 in New Zealand. 3 and they've won. Look at Jeremy Coney. Look at the New Zealand dressing room. And why not one of the all-time great performances? Jeremy Coney, substitute for Edgar. He criticised the selection, but he's played superbly for his team. The crowd have gone mad at the Adelaide Oval. The New Zealanders standing. The crowd waving, and what a performance. 6 for 297.
Astonishing performance by New Zealand. An equally astonishing one by England, I must say, because they didn't play it very well. 3 vital chances went down, and 74 runs were added by New Zealand from those 3 misses. One by Lamb, the other by Marks, and the third one by Eddie Hemmings. A fine performance that from Jeff Crowe. Lance Cairns hit brilliantly. Jeremy Coney and Richard Hadley, a partnership of 121 in 73 minutes. But what a disaster for those England bowlers. Bob Willis bowled well, I thought, so too Robin Jackman, but the other 4 were absolutely thrashed out there by those excellent partnerships from the New Zealand batsmen. So a tremendous performance by New Zealand, an extraordinary one by England. Their ground fielding was very poor. I thought their tactical sense wasn't all that good, and those 3 catches were absolute disasters. In the presentation area now, there'll be 1 happy captain, 1 disconsolate captain, to put the very mildest touch to it, and Tony Greig.
Thank you, Richie. Well, once again, $5,000 allocated by the Australian Cricket Board out of their Benson Hedges kitty. And Jeff Howarth, you're quite right in saying he looked very happy. He was here 2 minutes after the game ended. Your cheque for $3,000. Is that the best win you've ever been involved in with one-day cricket for New Zealand?
I think so, yes, Tony. With sort of 200 and nearly 300 runs to get, I think to get that total batting second, it takes a pretty mighty effort. And all right, we had a bit of luck and a couple of drop catches, but the teamwork of the batsmen out the crease was magnificent, and we got there, and I'm very, very happy.
And you brought Jeremy Coney in to replace Bruce Edgar, and he at the end looked over the moon.
Just for that reason. No, it was we had to try something different to try and upset the Englishman, but he came off well and came through it and steered us home very well.
Congratulations, a day off now, and then the one against Australia on Monday.
Yes, that's another big one. They're all big from now on in because of the point situation, but we'll be trying, and hopefully we can chalk up another one on Monday.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Bob, thanks for coming along. Your cheque for $1,500.
Thank you very much.
Not a great day for England. With that sort of score, I mean, I think the batsmen did a tremendous job, really. With that sort of score, you should have won the game.
Oh, easily. The blokes just went out there thinking that there was no way they could win, which was the worst attitude to have. We told them about that before we went out there. Very complacent, poor bowling, dreadful fielding. Bad day in the field for us.
Right, we won't elaborate too much. I suppose you've got to get away here and get them jacked up for tomorrow, because that's a big game for you.
Yes, I mean, if we win the last 2 games, we should just scrape in.
Right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming along. Well, there's also a very important one here, the Man of the Match Award, and we've got the Benson Hedges Gold Goblet, which goes with the cheque for $500. And Richard Hadley, welcome. We've been looking forward to having you down here to collect one of these. Don't forget the cheque.
Thank you. I've been waiting a long time to actually be here. I don't think I've contributed a great deal in the series today, but it's certainly nice to have chipped in today.
What price did you give yourselves at the start of your innings?
Well, I think we needed to get off to a very good start.
It wasn't that good, really, was it?
No, it wasn't really, but Jeff putting Lance in the order made one huge difference. It was there for that reason, to really hit the spinners, and he did that, and he hit the medium paces. He got the momentum going. Crowe did a marvellous job as well, and then the foundation was laid. But, you know, it's the first time that I've really got going in this series, and I enjoyed it, but I'm very, very exhausted, I can assure you.
Well played today, and well bowled as well.
Thank you very much.
Right, well, that's all from down here. Back to you, Richie.
Well, I was quite right that there'll be one very unhappy captain down there. I'm not surprised that Bob Willis looked and sounded exactly as he did. But he has to lift his team tonight, because they play Australia here at the Adelaide Oval in the second match of this triple header over the Australia Day weekend. They play here tomorrow, and then Australia play New Zealand on Monday. But tomorrow is essential, as far as England are concerned, that a victory comes their way. So we look forward to having you with the 9 commentary team tomorrow for the second of these games. Today, an absolute thriller, with England staying on 6 points, New Zealand going to 8 to join the Australians, and those 2 teams have a game in hand of England. Good night for the moment from Nine's commentary team, and we look forward to having you with us tomorrow.